Hello and welcome to the podcast.
Episode 2 with me, Mart.
And me, Nick. Brought to you by
T.
Fuck Soul Beer. Right, I've had 3 of these, you know.
Yeah.
Them dank. These beers, cold and dank. Like, grab yourself a Soul, kick back, and enjoy the gasness we're about to... I don't know, man, kick it off. Mart, how's your week been? You got anything interesting to talk about?
Well, what I want to start is if you listen to the first one and you're still here, well done. Because
Yeah.
it was a bit ropey.
For the people who've watched and listened to the first episode, congratulations, appreciated, much love. But we want to discuss
Right.
Michael Jackson.
I'd been told
Michael
about this
Jackson,
video
yeah.
first, about his fake death video.
Yeah.
And the guy was like, oh yeah, it sounds kind of intriguing, so I relayed it to you. Well, after the podcast, we watched it. Mate, it's sketchy as fuck. It's like, nah, it's dead, man. It's like, nothing at all, like, adds up, does it?
Do you mean?
Like, the part with his body bag, like, moving, it was flapping, like, everything
Oh,
was just like...
yeah, we watched the video of the theory. It's bullshit, man. I've never saw something so fucking fake.
Well, it's just, yeah, it was just like
It's so sketchy.
Yeah.
It was more ropey than our fucking episode 1. It was just sketchy.
So I'd like to apologise to people about that, because maybe there is a conspiracy about him faking his own death, but if that's the evidence you got, it's pretty weak.
At least we got people talking. I bet that some people went back and watched it and thought, what the fuck?
Yeah, because I don't know, man, if there is any more to it than that, but from that one video, that was like...
Nah, I don't think, man. From that video, nah.
Yeah.
It's bullshit,
Yeah,
man.
I don't-
Like, fuck
I
all
own
that. Scrap that
that
off.
one.
Scrap that off. So what's happened in the week, man? What you been up to?
Not a lot, just working.
No lot.
Nah.
Guess what I bought, though?
Oh, your coilovers.
I bought some coilovers, man, because you know why? Every bitch rides better on the coil. Know what I mean? If you get it, you get it. If you don't, I apologise. No, I don't apologise. You should get it, you fucks.
Yeah.
But I bought some coilovers for my car.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what. It's a big achievement, man. Because when I clicked that fucking buy button, I nearly had an heart attack. Skipped the fucking beat, man.
600 quid.
£600, man, for coilovers. What the fuck? Best be worth it.
It will be, man.
Yeah,
It'll notice the
hopefully.
difference.
That's all I've done in my week, man.
Oh, dude. The other week, when we did a podcast, when we were supposed to do one,
Yeah.
and we watched that Grizzly Man documentary.
Oh, fucking hell.
Finally watched it. I've been told by a few people to watch it. Going back now, it's 2005, but mate, just for sheer comedy value, man. I know it's supposed to be serious, but
Yeah.
you can't help but...
I recommend people go and watch that. Like you say, it's old, but fuck.
It's
To
worth...
say it's meant to be serious, I don't know, man.
It's
I don't know
worth
if
a
I could
watch.
take it
That
serious.
dude's
It's
like-
so comical, man.
Man, that dude was gay. He was fighting the gay off,
He was
man.
fighting the gay, definitely.
He was like, somebody says go and live with bears, and he chose the wrong type of bears, man. Not the big gay bears.
Nah,
like-
man, like, fair play to him for doing what he did for so long, so many years, and getting away with it, and
But man,
somewhat, you could say,
he was
did
so
bond.
far in the closet, man. He discovered Narnia. He was
Yeah,
like,
bad.
I'm got nothing against gay people. Don't like nothing like that. Don't get me wrong. But man, that dude was in denial. Man, he should have just gone with it.
At the end of the day, he got ripped ass first,
But like,
to his death.
like, oh man. Even saying to the camera, like, ladies, I'm not gay. I wish I was, but I ain't. Like,
yeah,
who
like,
says that?
That was screaming out.
Yeah, who
help,
says
like,
that to the
won't
camera?
get-
Yeah. You know.
He was definitely, he had issues, man. He was a disturbed man, but fair
the
play,
thing
man.
was-
He found happiness with them bears.
Yeah. But do you think, like, he'd been there how many years?
Was it
10 or 8, 7, 10? Well, he was going on for a decade, near enough. wasn't he?
Nearly, yeah.
And I think to myself, you do get to know like the animals in that time to a certain degree, like the mannerisms and stuff and different things, and well, you've survived that long, Well, he knows like the anatomies of the bears, and they know like in the spring they come out of hibernation, they fatten up and everything, and then at a certain time of the year they go and hibernate, and that's when you used to leave. And he's still there after hibernation, like when most of the bears have gone, and there's one old scrawny ass bear that I fattened up enough for winter and still looking for food.
Yeah, starving.
Like starving. Like he should know that's like suicide by bear, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. But he wanted to see them all in hibernation and fed though day. Like he even tried to fucking flood the streams and that day.
Yeah, but
to get the salmon up.
That bear was getting closer and closer to him. He should have knew what was going on, because he's just an easy meal.
Took him and his girlfriend.
Yeah.
But man, that's what you get for fucking chilling with bears.
Yeah.
At the end of the day. You know what I mean? Fair play to him, mate, he lived a life.
Yeah, it'd be cool
Wild
to live like
bears,
that.
man, just chilling.
Yeah.
For an whole season, bro. Can't be. He made friends with the foxes as well.
Oh yeah, that was pretty cool.
That was cool, man.
But then, okay, yeah, he was in the middle of nowhere, and the chances of them two foxes probably coming into contact with all humans is low. But he kind of domesticated them a bit.
Yes, yeah.
So, yeah, he was nice to him, but if they think they can get food or stuff and they start looking for other people, they're looking to get, like, trapped or killed for fur and stuff, like.
No, I think they was wild enough to know, man, because they got to know him, don't they? I don't think they just go up to randoms.
But that's what they say about the wolves, doesn't it? Some of them wolves that have been coming into like the Alaskan towns and that.
Yeah.
Looking, because apparently the winter was that bad that their food source has really gone down. Yeah, like, and they've been starving, so they've been coming to the edge of towns looking for starting scavenging, basically looking for bins and stuff, for scraps. And these couple of wolves come up to this one bloke. There's like a video of it. And then basically look scrawny, man. They don't look very well. They look hungry. And they're attacking them, kind of like saying, yo, got his food, like. And coming up to him, like, kind of like you could stroke him and stuff, and like acting friendly. And I don't know if he fed him or left him. And there's loads of people, there's like big arguments over it, like on Facebook, saying, loads of people saying, oh, I'm starving, why don't you feed them? It's cruel. Look at them, they're going to die. And then there's the other half of the people saying, yeah, but if you feed them, they're going to associate humans with food. And every winter, they're going to be like, fuck hunting, let's just go down there.
Yeah.
And it'll make the situation work, because they're clever. They'll just go for the easiest route possible.
Meal,
yeah.
Save energy, get fattened up.
Yeah. So, it's one of them double-edged swords, isn't it? Do you see the wolves die of starvation? Like, if you were just living beautiful creatures.
Yeah, but you let nature take its course, don't play God at the end of the day.
And then there's the other side of the story, saying the global warming and stuff, and saying the reason that they're starving is because we fucking ruin the atmosphere and getting really harsh winters up there.
No, again, man, with the global warming, man, I listened to something the other day. And this is normal, the climates change over the years, the climates just change.
I also believe that. It was a lot hotter when like dinosaurs ruled the earth as well.
Exactly, stuff like that. We definitely do have an effect on it,
We're having an effect on it, man.
We've been over this, like, we'll definitely have an effect. But what people are going to understand as well, like the change we've seen at the minute, it's just normal, man. The atmosphere changes, like, it just does, man.
Yeah, but if it does
Australia
change...
was a cold country back in the day, like, once upon a time.
Yeah, I understand that, but what you got to think of is, like, we're speeding up the process with all the pollution and everything. And it's changed slowly over, like, thousands of years. Like, yeah, the Nile, where it's, like, desert now, used to be a rainforest. Like, certain places where the mountains used to be seabeds and stuff. Yeah, I know. There's been ice ages and different things. But the way we are, the way we live, and the way everything's set up we can't deal with change that well.
Mm.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
If like everywhere that's arable land, that's farmland, and that's where we've farmed for the last 200 years, if that place suddenly gets really barren and like deserts, their
We're gonna
crops
adapt,
are
ain't
going to
we?
fail.
We gotta adapt.
But we can't adapt that quick, man. You know, if all the farmland starts going dry, you've got to move the farmland somewhere else. It's like
Yeah,
the
but
world
you just make...
logistics ain't set up for that at the moment.
Nah, it's easy, bro. Because in no day and age, if something was crops, like you had outside crops and shit, and even for instance, you just woke up the next day and just boom, desert, everything dead.
Yeah.
You just build a massive factory building, and you lay down fucking your soil and everything, and you just control the fucking climate like that, and you still grow your veggies and still grow your shit.
Yeah, but that costs lots more money, doesn't it? Because you got to use.
It does, but we adapt. If you want to survive, money don't come into it, bro.
I know what you're saying in that kind of thing, but it's like the economy, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
You know, like if it's a small island like England and we grow certain types of things, and different places.
Yeah, but we are growing and we're going at a pace where we can keep up with the climate. The climate's going to change over years slightly, and if we're working on it now, we can rapidly, easily catch it up, man, and fucking even get ahead and get prepared. I feel we can. I feel we've got enough knowledge and enough.
Well, there's that, but don't you think we should try and slow it down as well, and like stop cutting the rainforest down, and stop doing.
Yeah, we should. At the end of the day, we're a greedy species, man. And we don't give a fuck about the rainforest or anything. We give a fuck about our bank balances going up and rising. Businessmen like that, man, they don't give a fuck. They're going to be around to see the aftermath, so why do they care when they're on their yacht and shit, you know what I'm saying?
Don't I think about like their next generation who's going to inherit it to them?
No. Don't give a fuck, do they? I'm living now in the now, not in the future.
Yeah. True.
You know what I mean? There's 7 billion people on this planet. Him saying you're going to grow fucking bare hemp and just crop hemp. You need... The demand is way too high to what we can sustain. At the minute, the demand for paper and stuff and the way we harvest it, we cannot sustain the way we're going. We need to fucking change something or do something. Planting these fucking every time you take a tree down and you plant a new tree. I don't buy it, mate. It takes 100 years for a tree to fucking develop, man. If certain trees, something 500. You're telling me you fucking cut down a 500, oh, I'm going to plant a new one, don't worry like that, sunshine, man. By the time that fucking tree is mature enough to give you enough oxygen or whatever and sustain you, you're going to be well gone. I'm going to be around, man.
Yeah.
You know. And the speed them harvesting, the turnaround to growth and harvest, they're going to fucking be taking to be balanced, man. They're taking to be balanced anyway.
It ain't even just cutting it down for that. It's like the palm oil. They're cutting it down for farmland, isn't they, to grow palm oil and different oils and different.
It's for greed, for profit. Yeah. That's all it's for, man. Like, I think vegans all love this one. Right. I don't like factory farming.
Yeah.
I think it's fucking disgraceful. Right.
I'm agreed, yeah.
But it doesn't mean you shouldn't eat meat or whatever. I don't. Put the fucking cows and that into a free roaming field. Let them have a good life. Let them be in nature, whatever. When the time comes, kill them sand. Right?
Yeah.
Keep them all vetted and that. And you use everything. Have it that way. But look how much land you'd need.
Yeah.
Right.
To do it like that.
And how much farm animals you could have. To how many turnover and the profit you could have. Per year. Compared to the factory. Nothing. You'd be fuck all, man. The farmers would be struggling and shit, man. There wouldn't be enough meat to go around. It just wouldn't be sustainable for the population we have now. And that's why we're doing all these weird fucking ways on about fucking factory farms and shit like that. It's exactly the same.
That's the thing.
We're adapting, and we'll do it. We'll do the same.
That's the other thing
with the
with
global warming.
You know, people who like vegetarians and vegans as well. If you're keeping like the meat products, you know, the cattle, sheep, pigs, whatever. If everybody stopped eating meat and just ate vegetables, how much more land would have to be cut down and transformed into agricultural land
Yeah.
to grow the extra vegetables that we're
Crops
eating,
and
the
the
crops.
demand.
I've never really thought of that, but that's a lot of space. It'd probably be more than it would to keep.
You wouldn't have enough space. You'd have to have factory fucking planting, wouldn't you? Like GMO and that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. You won't be able to...
You think they've known about cutting the rainforest?
Do you reckon?
They'd have to cut even more rainforest down.
Mm. Do you reckon we'll get to the point where, like, our population
What breaking point?
grows too much?
It already
So
is on
it's
the
too
brink.
much. It's too much for us to sustain. Like, we cannot sustain ourselves anymore. We haven't got enough room, enough land, enough farms, enough. We just
We're
can't do
growing
it
at an
no more.
exponential rate.
Mm.
Like the population in the past 100 years is booming.
Mate, have you got it up on the internet? The population thing, the death tolls and the birth and that.
Oh yeah.
And you just fucking see it going,
Yeah.
just going up. You're just like, boy.
Yeah.
Compared to the death to the born, mate, them teenage girls, I'm getting it, bro. I'm getting it. Like, cause it's just skewing up, man. And it's just like, fuck. In a couple of years' time, that's gonna hit 8 billion.
Yeah.
Look at China. Look at Japan.
Well, China didn't they bring in like a 2-child or 1-child policy or something? And
It
that's
was,
why
one,
babies
it, was
was getting...
one, it was one per family, and then they switched it up down there, and they changed it to 2 again.
Because when they're just finding babies left in the street and
But I
stuff.
think they've only changed to 1 again. Yeah. Feel like they're abandoning them. Or
When the stuff like...
It's overpopulation and that.
When it also that boys are more popular or something. Like they'll have a boy and then they'll have a girl. Like, and if they have a girl, they'll keep having girls until they have a boy. Like, boys are more important in the social structure. And so, when they're limited to 1 or 2, like, they'd have a girl and just be like, leaving it in the street, saying, oh, well,
Fuck that out.
yeah, we need a boy, like. And, oh, we've had a girl the first time, we've only got 1 more try, like, you know, it's mad when it's like,
Weird.
human life's that less, like, the population's that great.
Just on your gender, like.
Well, no, but the human life becomes that disposable. Like, it's a baby. It's just, oh, it's not the baby we want, so we just
Bin it.
bin it.
Start again.
Start again.
Oh, yeah. Ridiculous, man.
You know, it's like a different... It's just a different culture altogether, isn't it? You know what I mean?
It's like fucking if you go to China, man, and just like.
What, actually, what's it like when you went to Thailand?
What do you mean?
Well, you never really spoke to me a lot about it. You told me like stuff you've done and that. Like when you went
Like
motorbike.
Thailand is the culture and the country itself.
Because you told me about going motocrossing and like the full moon party and stuff like that.
Yeah, shit like that's cool, man. Like the travelling part and the vibes and that's cool. But the actual like living in Thailand, like, because we was living within like the daily struggle of Thailand, man.
Was it?
And it's dark, man. Like
Yeah.
it's yeah, man. People just out to get up 6 o'clock, set up all the markets and that, get all the fake Gucci and stuff like that, and they have to try and sell to the tourists, man, and try
Was
and get
it
a
quite
book.
touristy where you was then?
Yeah, you could go get tourists and that, but like when you went to Chiang Mai and stuff, we was in like the hotel where it's with like the locals and stuff.
Mm.
They're proper like respectful and that, and they're mega kind, but it's a daily grind, man. It's a struggle over there. It's like babies running around naked in the street, taking a piss in the street. There's people like on the nights begging, and they've got like no arms and legs, man. It's just
Do you ever feel
torso.
a bit sketch when you're around there? Like?
Yeah, I feel like a sketch. But the thing is, you feel sorry for him, right? And you give him money. But then I was talking to some locals and went to find out, like people who live in like the sticks and the outer skirts of the cities
Yeah.
have like kids and that. And when they're born and when they're like babies or one and that, like they'll chop the fucking arm off.
Really?
Yeah, bro. They'll chop their arm off and chop like the fucking legs off and shit, make it ill. And then when they're like old enough and shit, like about 8 and that, they'll send them off into the cities. And they'll be begging for money, and then they'll send the money back. And then so they can eat and feed the family and that shit, man.
That's dark.
It's dark, man. And that's where the lady boys come from. Again, the outskirts of the cities.
Yeah.
And they'll just
like that,
from
like
like
poor, there's no money that they just do
yeah.
anything just
So
to...
like they'll get these like if they have girls, obviously they'll once them of age, they'll send them in the city on the sex trade, prostitutes, and then they'll send the money back so that the family can feed and stuff like that. But like if they have a boy, when they're like 5 or 6, they'll pump them with loads of hormones and shit and turn them into lady boys.
Really?
Yeah.
So just like
Some's choice.
yeah.
Like in the like richer parts and that you get them, but it's choice.
I just thought there was just a really high population.
And they're pumping with fucking all this shit, hormones and that. And then when they're all ready, they get the surgery, breasts and shit, whatever. They send them into the cities. And then they work on the sex trade. It's like normal over there, man. It's just like normal. They work on the sex trade. And they're obviously fucking banging and that. And they send the money back to the family so they can feed and work and get the crops going and everything else. And that's how it kicks off itself. It's fucking mad over there, mate. It opens your eyes, man. And the most kindest people, they'll help you. Even the bum, like the people who got no money, man, they'll give you the last fucking cent, bruv.
Really?
Yeah, man. Like proper
Proud
people, man. Step on the money, you get to jail, bro.
Yeah.
No, like here, like if you drop a coin in, it rolls, you stamp on it, pick it up. Your car over there, man. If you stamp on a coin and someone entices you, you'll get lammed. And if the police see you, 3 months.
Really?
In prison. No fucking questions. Yeah, no questions asked, man. The king and queen fucking worship them, man. Really? I think the king died, didn't he, a couple of years back? Just went before I come back.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
I remember somebody.
Mate, couldn't go over there. Couldn't go over there for a bit, man. Like, disrespectful. Like, they had to have their mourn. They had to mourn. The country mourned.
No way.
Like, it's bare, man. Yeah. Like, you can't fuck about with their king and queen. If you speak bad about them, get arrested. Or lamped.
Really?
Yeah, man.
It's funny, like different cultures, like people can say anything about our royal family now. Nobody really gives a shit, do they?
No one cares. Like you rip the royal family, and it's like, yeah, what fuck you.
So a lot of people call them like the worst benefit.
But they love it. Their king and queen worship, bruv. Got like big statues of them and that, man. Fucking pray to them. And
did you have any times when you thought this is a bit sketch?
Yeah, man, in Bangkok a few times, man.
Really?
Yeah, like, took a couple of wrong turns, and it looked bare, like bare sketch, you know, like, not dodgy roads.
Yeah. The vibe just changed.
Yeah, the vibe just changed, and the ties look like proper, like, rough ties, like,
you got
just look at you, like, scowling, like, you're in the wrong neighbourhood kind of thing.
Yeah.
It's like, raw, man.
What are you doing down here?
Yeah. And in Thailand, you don't want that, man, because they'll fucking kidnap you, kill you, whatever, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's Thailand, man, it's so corrupt. You know?
Don't you get bribed by the police or something?
Like, the police, like, sometimes they'll set you up, like, you'll have people, like, in Phuket, they've got, like, I need to stop saying, like, but you got the jet skis.
Yeah.
And they'll sell weed, and they'll be like, oh, do you want to rent a jet ski? Like, oh, how much? And they'll be like, oh, do you smoke marijuana, bro? And they'll be like, do you want to buy some? But most of them, who try and sell to the tourists, have got a deal with the police. So they'll be like, sell you some, and then they'll tip you off, and then the police come around the corner and be like, oh, I'll arrest you. And they'll be like, you either come back to us and you're going to prison, or you pay us so much.
Really?
Baht, like 20,000 baht or something, and we'll let you go. And then obviously they split it with the fucking copper and the thing.
Yeah,
And people say coke.
Tied.
Yeah, and if you get caught with coke, they'll probably tip you off, and because it's coke, it's more.
Yeah.
It's like the demand's more, man, and they won't let you out the prison.
Yeah, 'cause
Like,
you don't
they'll
want to be
take you up,
stuck in
lock you
Thailand
up.
in prison, do you?
And if you ain't got the money, them like ring up back home, relative or something, let bail you out. If without that money, you ain't getting out. Proper corrupt. And like Bangkok prison, bro, rats on the floor, concrete floor, rats and shit, man, piss and that. Like rough.
Nah.
It's mad. But we did cop some weed when I was there, though. Yeah. I was in Phuket. I went to a tattoo studio and was talking to the geese for ages, man. And he's proper sound. And he booked to join, he's smoking. I was like, is it weird? He's like, yeah. I was like, can you get any? He's like, yeah. He's like, but obviously you got to be careful. He's like, come to my shop later tonight. So we went round to his shop. And he sort of, just like a baller's worth, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we rolled and we smoked in his shop, and then we were just talking about tattoos and like the back in the UK and where we've been travelling and
was
stuff.
he Thai or was he?
Yeah, proper Thai. And he had like
That
custom.
Thai weed.
Yeah, he had like custom bikes and shit, man. Like he was safe, man.
Yeah.
We got stoned with him, man, and for like a week we just used to go around his tattoo shop and just get lean. You know what I mean? And Sean ended up having a tattoo off him.
Oh, yeah.
Man, the Australian fucking island, like
Yeah,
the map, the outline of it.
outline.
Sick, man. But yeah, man, we had some dodgy fucking experiences over there, man. It was good though.
Yeah.
It's good because it opens your eyes, man. It humbles you, and you're just like, it's the world out there. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
It's really good, interesting, man, and watching how people live and on the daily struggle and just like cooking on the side of the road. And
Did you know where you was going there? Did you have anything booked up, or did you just literally wing it?
we winged it for the first 2 weeks. We just got there, man, rocked up, found a fucking hostel, booked into the hostel. Then we found like a little travel, like a little travel booking thing just on the side
Wasn't
of
it
the
a bit
street.
nerve-wracking though?
Nah, not really, man. Just travelling, getting into the swing of things, man. Got picked up from the airport.
Yeah.
Went to our hotel. Nowhere near the fucking Bangkok, bruv. Nowhere near. It's outskirts. Stopped there for a night. Got a taxi. No taxis about. No taxi service. Nothing. Can't speak Thai. Fucked it. Asked the hotel woman. Was like, yeah. Rung this geezer. He pulled up. 2 of them. He's like, oh no, you can take this. Geezer was like talking to us. Oh, where you from? Where you going? You know when they had that bomb in Bangkok. The bomb went off.
Vaguely.
In that fucking like temple thing, the
Oh,
bikes, and it went
yeah,
off.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, well that went off, and then the next day we went to Thailand.
Really?
Yeah, so Bangkok was shut down.
Oh, because a new day know what had happened.
The bomb went off. It was all over on the news.
Oh, was
when we
it?
was in Australia, we was like, "Fuck, we can go in the next day." Flew there.
Oh, it was the
and
day
we had to
after-
go,
oh.
Yeah, and we had to go into the city, into the Bangkok, like.
Yeah.
Anyway, got this taxi. He's like, oh, no. Too danger. And I was like, what you mean? He's like, no, I can't go into Bangkok. Too danger. Bomb. So he's like, fucking took us on a journey.
So there was
Right?
that. Thought he was going
Yeah.
to kick off like that.
No, the bomb went off.
Yeah, but obviously.
Yeah, like,
They
the
don't
police were
know-
still there, shut off. Don't know where the bomber is.
Man.
Yeah. He took
Don't know
us
if
to
there's
some
any more or
He took us
anything
to the floating market. No, he took us to the garage first.
The garage.
Changed something on his car. Me and Sean were just in the car. He just changed something in his car.
Really?
Yeah. Jumped back in. Gets the old part and goes, oh, brand new. Good as new now. Fucking comes off. Pays for that geezer. Texts us. He's like, oh, where do you want to go? He's like, Bangkok. He's like, no, too danger.
Yeah.
Took us to the floating markets, bro.
Floating markets.
Yeah, like get onto these boats. There's people live on the water, but they're like, on decking and like little huts and stuff. And like they take you around on these boats, with big engines on the back, and you
Yeah.
just go round and you get off, have a look around the markets, jump back on, and they take you around like a little circuit.
Yeah.
That was 1,200 baht, yeah.
How much is that?
1,200 baht. I don't know, like 20 quid. But when you're backpacking in Thailand, got no job, you're there for a month.
Yeah. You got to.
I haven't got there yet, I haven't settled, and I'm fucking 1,200 baht deep. Anyway, and then it come to the end of the day, man, we was with him for like fucking 6 hours, man. This taxi driver. And he's like, oh, I can take you into the city now, it's all clear. But this was all bullshit, man, I swear. It's all bullshit, all a con. He took us there, you know, dropped us off. I was like, yo, let's go to Koh San Road, drop us off there. That's where the party road is,
Yeah.
like. Found an hostel. He's like, yeah, there's an hostel there. I was like, how much, mate? He's like 4,000 baht. I was like, what? He's like 4,000 baht.
So,
Like 30, 40
oh,
quid.
30 quid.
So I was like, fair, is that that bad? Been with the geezer 6 hours, you know. So we paid it. We didn't know nothing. We were just foreigners, yeah. They paid. We'd never been there before. Paid it. Fuck me. Thought Thailand was cheap, yeah. Anyway, we went out the night before. Got a taxi round. 200 baht for a taxi. Like the prices for taxis were like 200, 500. Went on a mission on a taxi. It cost us like what, 400 baht. We got done, man, for 4,000 baht. And we was talking to some of the locals and some of the other backpackers. It's like, yeah, you got done, man. You got bare ripped off. Like, you weren't even like cut off nothing. You just took us. You just got out of us. Took us on a mad reeking and then took us to the city and just overcharged us, man. I've already day work for a month.
Really?
Swear. So you gotta be careful, man, because the locals will try and fucking pull the wool over your eyes and try and
Well,
like,
because the
overprice
difference
you
in that, like, currency. Like,
I tell you that, it's like, if you've never been there before, you don't know how much everything is.
but like, say to us, like 40 quid.
Yeah, it's like a lot over there. It's like fucking 2,000 baht or something, you know.
Yeah.
But man, normal taxis are only like 400 baht. And like, if you go on a mission, 800 to 1,000 baht.
Yeah.
We paid 4,000. You know, we got fucking done. But if you've never been to Asia, man, you need to go to Asia. I recommend people go to Asia because it's insane.
Yeah.
Next level insane, man. Crazy. It's a good experience, man.
Nice.
Rose, when you went to America, what's that like compared to back home? I know it's like a first world country.
Yeah.
It's like super.
it's
Like.
Yeah, it's weird though, because when we went to San Francisco, we stopped in the area called Tenderloin, and it's right on the edge of downtown, like the touristy bit, where it stops. And it was literally like, because you know you have blocks in America. Our hotel was on the corner, and when we went down to the foyer, the first night, the dude behind the thing was like, you come out and you go right. Like, don't go left. It's sketchy up there, like. And it was like, okay, and you come out the door and you look. And that ends like people and shops and tourists and stuff. And then down there, it's like a bit of a ghost town. You can see some crackhead looking people like and pushing a trolley. It's like literally night and day, man.
Really?
Like there's dodgy areas and there's good areas, and then stopped by roads literally. It's like weird. But these people would come right up to the edge of the corner, but they wouldn't come over this side of the road.
No.
It was like
It's weird,
it's
isn't
weird,
it?
man. Yeah. And like you looked at them and you was like, oh, I don't want to be out. You felt a bit uncomfortable, but then he was like, you're in America, and you think, oh, it can't be that bad. But then you're like, yeah, but there's parts of America that are
Really bad.
worse than what America's portrayed to be like.
Like Texas.
But it was the same. We went round the corner and we pulled out a map. Straight away, this dude comes over. Oh, do you need some directions? And he was homeless. And what he did was he hung around on the corners looking for people who was tourists.
Mm.
As soon as they pulled the map out looking, he went over to them, give them a lot of info. Then once he then told you where this was, where that was, you get to this tram because it's cheap. He did give us quite a bit of, afterwards he was like, oh, fair play. He was there at the end. Like, you had to give him like $10, like. It was...
What if he died? Give him $10?
Exactly. You don't know where, like, because he was all, like, he did look a bit sketch-like when he come over, but then we was just like, oh, he's just being really friendly, he just dodged the book by his cover, and then when he went like that, then you're like, okay, yeah, there's your money, because you think, well, I don't want to fucking take the risk, like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
they gotta make some money, are they?
it is crazy, man. Like, everybody's really friendly. All the staff, like when you go into any, like, the restaurants. Well, it is. Oh yeah, and because they get off tips as well, and they make a lot. I never thought of that. Yeah, they make a lot of money off tips. But they're like, when you get to the pub here, sometimes you get some miserable bastards themselves and stuff like that. Nah, everybody was super friendly. Everybody. But the travelling was great, man. The roads, once you get out to like the touristy areas, driving down the I-5 from San Francisco down to Bakersfield and to Vegas, it's like
sick.
Yeah, because the motorways, they're highways as well. They're only 2 lanes, they ain't 3. Yeah, until you get into like the inner cities, all the ones like from state to state and that.
2 laners.
2 laners, yeah. But you got them big American, the big trucks like.
They have to stay in the left-hand lane.
Yeah. But you do see all them, and we saw a railway, and there's a train, and it was a what is it, fleet cargo train, like, it just went on for miles, man. It was just carriage after carriage after carriage, like just as far as you could see, man. It was the longest train I've ever seen, freight train, like, yeah. And but yeah, it's when we went to Area 51, so bucket list thing, loving like X-Files as a kid and stuff, and and we was there, man. We was like 2 hours drive away. Like, we was in Las Vegas. I was like, we looked on the map. We can drive there in a day. I was like, I'm here, man. We weren't even booked in or nothing to do it, and we hadn't even got the car. I had to phone up the rental and say I wanted to keep the car for an extra couple of days. Yeah, we had to pay bare. We had to pay at the nose for it as well. So I think I own them on a week or a couple of days. You get like their pre-booked whatever rate. If you just phone up and say, I need the car, I'm not giving it back. Like, the charges straight through the nose, like $100 a day. Like, Jesus. It was like, we're on holiday, we're here, fuck it. Like, I'm paying it because
once in a lifetime.
Yeah, it's once in a lifetime thing. And when you drive out, and you drive out the back end of Vegas, past the Hoover Dam and all that, and we was driving out, and it was like 100 degrees. We had ice cold in the aircon, was wicked in the car we had. But you open the door and it was like, when you come off a plane, when you go into a phone, it was the heat transfer. And it was the place is called Rachel, Nevada. And if you have a look on a map, it's in the middle of nowhere, bro. Nowhere. And it's like, you get there, it's a trailer park with a pub, with a restaurant. It's dead, man. It's the back of beyond. And we come off the one road, and there's a garage, like petrol station, and it says last garage for 300 miles or something. If you need fuel up now. It was like, jeez. That next road you turn down, there's nothing. Nothing, yeah. And it's the desert. It was like 110, man. It was like if you broke down in the middle of there, you fucked. You'd have to wait for somebody to come, and then road was dead. It was like you don't see many people, man. Because you think of America. America's big in the cities, population. Once you get out there, sometimes and you ain't on the main drags, them roads are dead.
It's a bit like Australia, man. That is like when you're travelling from Melbourne to Sydney to like. Where is
It's
it?
like them proper Mad Max films, you know, when you look
Proper,
and
like,
it's
yeah,
straight,
like, you have
and you
to
see the
fill
heat
up.
like shimmering, like
It's mad.
it's
Like,
like
you have to
that.
fill up and take like canisters with you and big fucking water cannons. Just in case you break down, man, on the one of them that long stretch. Fucked.
Really.
Yeah, man. Just make sure you go on the water wheel and shit, man. It's like going on the outback. It's just boom from like city to city, from like Melbourne to Sydney. It's just 10 hours, man, alone, straight road. Barn. Oh mate, bananas. You, like every station you
It's
see,
Australia's big, isn't it? Yeah.
every station you see needs to fill up, man.
It's like when we drove from San Francisco to Vegas, and then from Vegas to LA. And I think from San Francisco to Vegas took us about 9.5 hours.
How bad?
And that was going. It might have took us a bit longer than that actually. We had a couple of stops, and that was from city. Like there was a bit of, even from Vegas, like when you come over the hill and like over the mountain, from like Bakersfield and then straight into Vegas. There's like a mini Vegas before you get to Vegas. There's like a smaller town. There is unbuilt up bits, but it's pretty populated sparsely. Until we went out to the back of the Nevada desert, then it was just like,
Yeah.
it was like desert, man. There was nothing.
I like to go to Las Vegas, man. Speaking about Las Vegas, mate. This weekend UFC.
Mate, I'm beyond. I'm embarrassed to say.
But who have you got though?
I don't know who's on. I don't know who's fighting, man.
Well, TJ Dillashaw and that Cody Garbrandt, man, fucking and fighting for the title.
Are they?
The fourth day there before. And obviously Kobe lost against TJ.
Yeah.
And then now them having a rematch. But in that first fight, Kobe landed one on TJ and dropped him. He was just too emotionally invested, man. He rushed it and then he got clipped. And then just TJ just fucking took over and dominated, man, and just needed to belly him and just smashed him.
Yeah.
But I'm really looking forward to this weekend, man. Them two. It's going to be a good fight, man.
I'm that far behind. I ain't really seen Kobe fight enough to give an opinion on it.
One fight you need to watch. Garbrandt against Dominic Cruz.
Yeah.
Watch that fight. Fuck me. The best performance from Kobe ever. His footwork, his head movement, his punches. Schooled him, man.
Really?
Yeah.
Because Dominic Cruz has always been.
Yeah, Dominic Cruz has got a weird fucking orthodox fucking weird style.
Because I've watched Uriah Faber a few times and yeah, man, he's good. But Dominic Cruz made him look a bit soft.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't say that, it wasn't that bad. But when Uriah Faber was dominating and you think this is going to be a good fight, it was. I don't want to say it was one-sided, but he was a clear winner, man. He was. Do you know what I mean?
He's a different breed of fighter against like just the standard rancher fighter.
His elusiveness, his footwork, he's
weird, orthodox. Yeah.
And I think it was frustrating to Faber because he just couldn't hit him.
Yeah,
couldn't get to him.
Yeah.
And so knowing how good he is, if Garbrandt out boxed him like.
Fucking mate, out footworked him.
Yeah.
Bad fight, mate. 100% go and watch that fight.
Yeah, I will do.
It's sick. You'll get gassed.
That was another thing I was going to say at the start. It's a bit late now. But I was going to say why we're called GassedCast. in case some people are a bit not down with the lingo.
Oh, what we call GassedCast, because it's like when you like.
Because gassed.
Gassed is a phrase we use in the Black Country.
Is it in the Black Country or is it like
Well, we
just
use it in the
urban
Black
slang?
Country, but it's like urban slang, like use it in London and stuff as well. But it's like gas was like something stupid, like
Or exciting?
or yeah, it's exciting, but it's like you gassed over it, like I don't know, man. If you see the shooting star, you're like,
Yeah.
fuck, man, look at that shooting star, man, that's sick.
I'm gassed.
That's gassed up, man. You're getting gassed.
Yeah.
And like sometimes we talk about something.
We go
get
off
a little
on one.
bit too, yeah, we go off on one and we get a little bit too excited and we get gassed.
Yeah.
It's gassed up.
So that's where it's from.
GassedCast.
That's where it's from.
It's a
ladies and
podcast,
gentlemen.
and we're getting gassed.
The GassedCast.
The GassedCast. Yeah, and that's how it was born.
But that's just in case people.
Like now, I'm trying to shoot and getting gassed.
Yeah.
Know what I mean? But yeah. I hope it all goes good. I'm enjoying it. And I hope everybody else enjoys it as much as I enjoy making it.
Yeah.
But fuck vegans, man.
Well, this is what we used to do most weeks, wasn't it? Every Thursday. Well, once or twice in a week. Come round. We just sat and chilled and just talked. And some of the stuff we've come out with.
And allegedly we smoked some weed.
No, we've just come back from Amsterdam today.
Yeah, true.
Have we?
Yeah.
So,
Space gas got me going.
but yeah, we talk, and sometimes we think, mate, we just solved the world
Yeah.
with the world's problems, and just thought we'd start recording them. So,
What was that thing before? We was on about global warming, and I was like, I've got a fucking plan. I've got a plan that we can succeed.
oh, it was growing weed.
Yeah, man. If everybody just growed loads of weed, this bloke try and replace the trees with weed, you know. That was funny. That was, man. Yes. Imagine if you could.
How long have we been going?
I don't know.
And check.
I don't know if you can. We've been going for
7 minutes.
47 minutes.
Oh,
That's decent.
sounds decent because you don't want to fizzle out there.
It's up to you with the fizzle.
I don't know. I mean,
Fizzle drizzle. You want to wrap it up? If you want to wrap it up, we'll wrap it up.
have you got anything else you want to say? I'm a bit done.
No, man, I've covered everything really.
Should we call it one then?
I'm getting gassed about record overs, man. I hope they come in time.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah, man.
Transform your car, that will. Handling and everything.
Yeah, hopefully. But anyway, we're going to wrap this up now. Do you want to give a little shout out? Do some shout outs. Yeah, do some shout outs. Got to shout out Exiled Media. If you're into your cars and motor vehicles or anything.
Do any of that shouting out?
Huh?
Oh, we're going to do any of them shout outs.
Why, man?
I don't know.
You just fucked it up now.
I fucked it up.
You got to edit this out now.
You ain't got to edit it out.
You have, man. What you got to do me like that for, man? Trying to fucking plugs, man. Plug the link.
I don't want to plug anything, man.
Alright, man,
Not
we
at the
won't
moment.
plug nothing, man.
But if you enjoyed it,
Like,
subscribe it,
and
like.
subscribe, and like. We fucked the ending up. We know we fucked the ending up. So I'm going to close off and see you fuckers next week. Peace out.